up, Big Sexy in the building.
Damn, and teeth look so good. I live for a monitor sitting right here.
Yes.
So I just know my angles, how I'm moving.
Yes,
I live.
Yes, look, I appreciate you for getting in the zone with Capone.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming. You know, I've been wanting you to come for a long time.
You should have been hitting me, baby.
I know. I was like, he getting so big now. He getting so big, but you're not Hollywood.
Never.
You are amazing.
Never.
So we're going to start this off.
Right.
Okay, we're going to start this off with a little game.
Okay.
So you got to give me 2 truths and a lie. And then at the end, we're going to reveal which one is a lie.
2 truths and a lie. Okay.
Yes, before we get into the juice.
Okay.
2 truths and a lie.
Okay, so I haven't had sex in 5 years. I do cocaine.
That was so easy.
I'm from Detroit.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna come back. We're gonna reveal.
Wait, hold on. I messed up.
No.
I put 2 lies.
You put 2 lies?
Yeah, because I don't do cocaine, baby. And I'm not from Detroit. Okay, so you said 2 truths and 1 lie.
Yes.
Oh, ooh, okay. So let me do that again. 2 truths, 1 lie. I'm from New York.
Okay.
I'm 340 pounds.
Okay.
And I got a train ran on me 6 years
Oh,
ago.
choo-choo.
6 years ago.
Oh my God.
Down.
Oh Lord. Okay, we're gonna get back to that. We're gonna reveal it at the end.
Down.
So if you're watching, then in the comments, go ahead and put in which one you think is a lie. Let us know. We're gonna let you know at the end of the show which one is in fact a lie. So let's get into it.
Down.
All right. So tell me where the name Big Sexy came from. Where that came about? Is there something deeper behind your name?
So I'm gonna be honest with you. So initially I was going by B Minaj. A lot of people who may know me from my city know that I went by B Minaj.
Was that because of the train?
Come on! What? No, I was going by. I said the train was 6 years ago. I was going by B Minaj when I was about 16. People who know me from my city know I've been going by B Minaj for a while. The thing is, I've been out since I was 11 years old. And so in my city, locally, I went viral. I probably was like 16, 17 years old. I was obsessed with Nicki Minaj. Still love Nicki down. That's my sister.
Yeah.
However, at that time, I was like wildly obsessed. So I went by B Minaj. As I started getting older, gaining more popularity, I said, okay, what can I name myself that'll stand out, that describes me, that's iconic, that's a household name. When people hear it, they'll gag. I said, Big Sexy. All of a sudden, everybody started calling me Big Sexy. I said, whoop, that's the stage name.
Yeah.
Big Sexy. There you go. So I'm like, oh, all right, well, I'll just use Big Sexy. And then it's just been iconic from there.
Okay, I feel you. And let me ask you this. So who is it that you look up to? Do you have somebody that you look up to?
Oh, I have so many people I look up to, but I would have to say the main person is my mother.
Oh, that's good.
Like, I am a walking, spinning image of my mother. We think alike, we move alike, our class, our demeanor, our mouth, personality, it would have to be my mother. So, like, even when people say, oh, nobody could ever tell me that I want to be like another gay man or another woman, and I want to be like my mom. I emulate my mother. We even love solid colors. We both wear solid colors. I was in the store the other day, and it's so crazy. I have a new friend that happened to see a picture of my mother, and I went to go reach and grab her outfit, and he said, ooh, you and your mama love them solid colors. And I started screaming because I said, how do you know that? So if I had to say anybody who I look up to, it would be my mother, literally.
Is there ever a piece of advice that she's ever given you that you didn't take, that you look back on and be like, dang, I should have listened?
I'm going to be honest with you. The only thing that she tell me is she don't particularly care for me being homosexual. And so I didn't take that advice. And I ain't going to take that advice because this is who I am and this is how I operate.
Yeah.
But everything else, I follow the lead of what she's telling me because I know a lot of times what happens is with parents, they become so annoying sometimes because they think they have all the answers and the direction. And they never do wrong. And a lot of them don't know how to take accountability. And a lot of them, they tell you what to do and they don't apply it to their own life. But I would have to say, a lot of times your parents be right. So for me, I've experienced a lot of different situations that happen in my lifetime. And I realize my mother is right. So at the age of 30 right now, I take a lot of guidance and different things that she tells me. I take heed of it. I may not listen to everything because I'm human and it's inevitable that things are going to happen. You're going to do what you want, move how you want. When you get to a certain age, feeling like you know it all, you're going to move how you feel like you need to move. But I would say 70% of the time I take heed to what it is that she tells me.
Okay, that's cool. And so as you were growing up, tell me like one of your greatest childhood memories, like one of those memories from your childhood. And were you like in the in crowd growing up or what?
No, I wasn't in the in crowd. And I think that's why deep down in me, you just made me have like a nostalgic moment in my head, just thinking of like making my brain go back 10, 15 years. No, I wasn't always in the in crowd. And I think that's why I have a special connection with people who don't necessarily fit the ordinary everyday box of what people, I guess, deem to be regular. Because what is regular? Regular is subjective.
Right. Now
we don't even, it's regular could be different for you and different for me. But I was never in the in crowd. I actually got bullied. And I think that is what made me who I am today. A lot of people may think that this is a created character or a facade or an alter ego. But Big Sexy and Brian is literally neck and neck. It's really synonymous. It's the same person. Because I have been this person since I was a child. And so I had to literally fight to be who I am today. But if you know me, if you went to elementary school with me, if you went to middle school with me, you know what the going on. Even it's to the point, even my enemies can tell you. Now, they may say, oh, he used to come to school bummy. He used to come to school, wasn't always dressed right. He used to come to school stinky because I had my days. He made it came to school, his clothes were sour. But what my haters, they tell you is he's always had a big personality, never was scared of nobody, always opinionated, always extra, always loud. My enemies will tell you this. I have always been this person. So when people think that this is a facade or a character I've created for social media to go viral, those are people who don't know me because I've been this person on and off camera.
So let me ask you this. Tell me some advice that you would give a child that may be watching that may be getting bullied now or that's going through the same thing that you went through.
Oh, when I tell you I love when people ask me that question. And for the people that watch me, a lot of people grow up to be bums. So which I have to understand is to the kids that watch me and you going through depression and sometimes you wake up and you don't like what you see in the mirror because you're being judged by people who you feel like fit a certain standard of what you want to be. A lot of them grow up to be bums. A lot of them grow up to not do with their life, have nothing going on. You have to walk in the path of what it is you feel like is best for your life. Because oftentimes we can't really walk in our calling because we get so consumed and wanting to fit the box of what people think we should be. That's the main thing. Do you not know how many people I meet that have so much potential, so talented, so amazing, have so much personality, but they so consumed in what other people are thinking. And so my main advice to you would be who you are. Because first they laugh and they copy. I know so many people who I grew up with, they're gagging. They are gagging. And I'm just getting started. They're gagging with the fact of my personality really is taking me to the greatest heights in my life. I've never had to shape and mold who I am to fit nobody's box. I have always, I can't stress that enough. You know how you have like, if I went around the room and I asked everybody, what would your flex be about yourself? You may have one thing. I think that's my flex. This is not a made up character. I've always been this. That's my biggest flex. I promise you, before looks, before success, that's my biggest flex. I have always been this person. I'm authentic.
Okay, all right, and I do hear that about you. And you've been the same since I met you.
Always, Capone. I promise to God, that's my biggest flex in my life. I could be 80 years old, God spend my life, and I will always be able to say I have always been this person. I'm talking about since birth. I have always been this person. And
you came out at 11, though.
Yeah, I came out at 11, but if you ask my mama, my mother, it would tell you she have. It's gonna go in my documentary. She have videos of me 6 and 7. Literally young, preaching. A lady came up to her in the church. I was 10 years old. That's why I said my mother's my idol, because she's a sassy, nasty woman from New York. A lady came up to me in the church.
Dang, you done told her 2 truths and a lie. You from New York.
No, But just because my mama from New York don't mean I'm from New York.
Yeah. Okay.
My mother said, hey, you told a lady in church you don't want her praying for you. The lady came up to me and said, yeah, I feel it's a feminine spirit on you. I want to pray for you. I was like literally 9, 10 years old. I said, I don't want your prayer. I was 9 and 10 years old. I've always been this person. Always.
Okay. Well, that's good. Was there ever a time in your life that you could look back on and you'd be like, dang, I wanted to give up?
I think that's just a natural feeling that we all go through, just as human beings. I think
never been like at the end of your rope.
Oh, I never been at that end of that rope, but I never been at that end of that rope, baby. Just me personally, never been to the end of that rope.
Yeah.
But I do get that. That's a feeling I think every human being has had walking this earth. Because even though I may not have been at the end of my rope, I've had days where I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Where am I going at in my life? What's going to happen? And all of those things, it can bring you to the end of the rope because you get in a place of feeling like this shit ain't never going to happen, or you feel like the depression is never going to leave. So I wouldn't necessarily say end of the rope.
Right.
When I'm sitting there contemplating like, oh, I'm about to do this shit myself. No, I've never been to that end of that rope.
Yeah.
But I've had times where I was like, what am I doing with my life? I'm confused. I'm broke. I'm depressed. I think, man, just in this world because everything is moving like this.
Yeah.
So it will never stop.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times you find yourself just being like, what the fuck am I doing? That's why, as an adult, I think I have made it my business to sit in my blessings. That helps me. That's why I'm never in depression. I'm gonna knock on wood because you can never say never.
Yeah.
But I think the reason why I deal with my mindset so good is because I'm able to sit in my blessings. A lot of people don't do that.
Yeah.
When God bless you with this opportunity, then you trying to think, okay, I need to do. No, when it comes to me, I actually be like, oh, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
And I sit in that for like 2-3 weeks. I'm like, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. You done came so far. It's never me. When I got my truck, I sat in my truck and I actually touched it. I looked at it like, I'm so proud of you. This is a dream that you had. This is on your list of trucks.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes God will take you out the Honda, put you in a truck. Then now you want a Bentley. You haven't even sat in the truck and said, God, I'm so thankful for this truck. I'm so thankful for where I'm at in this journey right now. No, now your mind is, okay, now I need the Bentley. Now I need the Mercedes. Now I need the Bugatti. And you're moving at a fast pace and you never giving yourself the time to be able to sit in what it is that God has blessed you with. So.
Okay. So I remember, since we talking about that you was online and you was on Instagram and you had like just moved in. You had an air mattress. You didn't have anything basically in the house. Did you at that point in time believe that air mattress would lead to like the empire that you built today?
Yes.
Good.
I would say yes.
Okay.
Because, and this is a little insight on this. When I posted the air mattress, I had money to go get a bed. I had money.
Oh,
now,
okay.
it's a difference. The way that the world works, people don't even understand. Capone, today you might have $1 million. Tomorrow, 800,000. Everybody's bank account do this. I don't go. You could sit here and lie, but you'll be lying to yourself. I've been around people who are very successful and their bank account fluctuates because business fluctuates, jobs fluctuate. So everything. So at that time, I could have afforded to go and get a bed, but I would have been spending everything that I had. So technically, I couldn't afford to get a bed.
Right.
So I said, you know what? Because I think for me in my journey, I had a cathartic moment within myself to say, you know what?
That was a good word. Cathartic.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
You scared me. I had a cathartic moment within myself to say, you know what? Let me post this. Because I know so many people could relate, because I like to sit in realness.
Yeah.
Like I may even exaggerate certain things that go on because I be wanting people to understand, hey, a lot of this shit is fake. We live in Atlanta. I think that's the beauty of Atlanta. Everybody here is delusional. It's beautiful because you have a celebration for a magazine that nobody has ever heard. But it still makes you feel good about where you're at in your journey. But it's delusional because everybody here is Beyonce. Everybody here is Nicki Minaj. And so a lot of times I like to just break the mold of just showing people, hey, you're not the only one, baby. A lot of fake, a lot of this. I have my days too, where I'm looking at my account and she's so fab. And then I have my days where I had to pay my rent, my car note, my And that 10,000 came out, and now I'm like, okay, what's the next job?
Yeah.
And that's everybody, but people don't show you that. We keep it to ourselves, and I get it because you don't have to. But I think I like to just put out real shit. When I put that, and I'm like, so many people can relate to that. And a lot of times, Capone, I don't give a fuck. I don't, Capone. I don't know. I think I got that from my mommy. At a young age, my mommy got up in front of the church and said that she was clean from crack cocaine. Mind you, she's a realist. We had already known that, but I never seen my mother smoke a cigarette or drink a beer. She changed her life for us. But she got up in front of the church, gagged us. And afterwards, she could tell me and my older sister, because at the time my younger sister was very young, so she didn't really comprehend what exactly was going on.
Right.
But she could tell me and my older sister was so embarrassed. And she took us, because that's why I love the Chinese buffet now, because she always took us to the Chinese buffet. She took us to the Chinese buffet, and she talked to us about what had occurred at church. And she said, you always live in your truth. So I say that to say, I come from a realist.
Right.
That's why a lot of times I like to have real conversations about real shit. So at that time when I did that, I'm like, let me put this shit, because I know so many people can relate.
Yeah.
And there was so many people that reached out Capone, and they were so touched. And they was like, I'm sleeping on the waterbed. I'm sleeping on the couch. I'm sleeping on the air mattress too. I'm in it too with you. And so it was beautiful to see that.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good for you to share. So we do love your iconic walks.
Yes.
You celebrate people and you inspire and empower people. So when it's that time, who's there to like empower you?
Oh, I actually have a lot of amazing people around me.
Good.
I do. Like, I can honestly say that. Like, I have people that are really, really good around me. First of all, my sister, my older sister, she keeps me grounded. She tells me every day she's proud of me, my mother, my friends. So I do have a lot of people who motivate me and encourage me. Of course, people don't get to see that dynamic.
Right,
They don't get to see those layers because they're not in my life 24/7, 7 days a week.
Right.
However, I do have those people in my life. So when y'all reach out to me, which I'm so thankful, I'm so appreciative. But when people reach out to me and say, hey, I hope it's people celebrating you, there is, man.
Yeah.
Trust me. I have a lot of amazing people around me who celebrate me all the time.
Good. So why did you pick women's empowerment and a walk? Like, how did you tie those two together?
So I think the thing for me is I wanted to come and break the mold, because I think oftentimes when it comes to black gay men, and I'm going to say black gay men because I'm a black gay man, I think a lot of times when it comes to our community, people look at us like a monolith, and they have to understand we're not a monolith. We come in different shapes and sizes and forms and personalities and perspectives and mindsets, and some of us are feminine and some of us are masculine, some of us are messy and some of us are not. And so for me, I wanted to show people that you have black gay men out there who celebrate black women, who love black women. I'm not perfect. I done did up things too. I done said up things. I done laughed at things that I maybe should not have laughed at. But I'm not a monolith. And I'm not like every other ordinary gay, how people may perceive us. And there's a lot of other black gay men out there who are educated. They're phenomenal. They're confident. And they also celebrate women, because I think sometimes it's a weird energy that goes on with black women and black gay men, black women and black trans women, and everybody does not think the same. I understand there's a lot of ignorant motherfuckers out there, but I'm a black gay man who celebrate women, and I love women for real. I embody women. I get my confidence from them. They give me confidence. They speak life into me. I speak life into them. It's not a competition. I could never be in competition with something that I'm emulating. I get my femininity from a woman. I get the way I dress and walk and talk from my mama, who is a black woman, so it can never be a competition with who done laid the foundation down to who I am. So I think once I seen that was hot, I said, you know what, it makes sense. And I'm breaking barriers. People be telling me like, wow, you actually breaking barriers. I think a lot of times too, when it comes to black gay men, we think that the only way for us to get in these rooms is if we be a messy sissy.
Yeah.
We think the only way to get in these rooms is if we are a messy sissy. That's the only. But I think what happens is a lot of times we are so confused on our journey and what we want to do with our life. So the quickest route to be seen for 15 minutes is mess. And so we go immediately to that place of mess and downplaying our own community, downplaying women, because we think that's going to put us where we need to be, but that doesn't last long. And what I'm learning in this journey, I'm like, oh my goodness, Capone, you wouldn't even understand. Like, I can't believe being a positive person is literally taking me this far.
Yeah.
I'm gagging.
Yeah.
I can't, because I also come from a place of thinking, ooh, what I'm gonna do with my life?
Yeah.
I can't dance. I don't sound like Beyonce. And realizing, wow, when you spread love, hold the fuck up. So you don't have to just expose men. And you don't have to just argue with women. And you don't have to just take that route. Wait a minute, so you can get on the radio and you can get on TV being positive?
Yeah.
So for me, I'm gagging too.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that I'm able to show a lot of other black gay men there are other ways. You don't have to expose the GL man to go viral on Facebook. You can create something that's different, fresh, new, innovative. Break the internet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
How did you come up with it though? Like, how did you say, all right, I'm just gonna have women walk down the street and I'm gonna jump behind them and make them feel good?
Everybody asked me that. First I started off on the roof with my plus size girls.
Oh, okay.
And so we would go extremely viral. And then one day I did it with a little person. One day I did it with a pregnant girl. And after that, it just went crazy. All the celebrities started reaching out like, oh my God, I love this.
Did you think about ever quitting and stopping doing it?
No, because I'm not, Capone, to be honest with you, I'm not big on numbers. And I even tell Flex this, stop looking at the numbers.
Yeah.
It's the art. You put your love into the art, and the numbers are gonna come.
That's good.
I'm not. Of course, I'm human. I look at the numbers because they're right there.
Right.
But that's not my main focus. My trajectory is okay. Let me put out art so that the people love it and the numbers will follow after that. And so for me, once I seen that the people was loving it, I said, oh, let me take it to the next level. It's mind-blowing. It'll probably live longer than me. That's something where 30, 40 years from now, God take my soul and I'm in a paradise, baby. That's gonna be something that pops up and they put a documentary of and it's a young singer that comes around and she's hot and she puts me in a music video that I've created something that's gonna live longer than me, and it came from a positive place. So I'm real happy about that. And it's, oof.
Have you had anybody try to copy it though?
Well, I've had people copy, darling, but it's nothing like the original, baby. And the people that do copy, I love it. I love it.
Okay.
They know where it came from. I'm in works right now to make sure everything is.
Get the paperwork.
The paperwork got to be. I'm in a place right now making sure everything is professionally done. My taxes, my slogans, everything is right. But at the same time, I love it. They know where it came from.
So who was your best walker in your opinion? Like who was the person that really took your breath away?
Ooh,
I know for me,
who?
The most recent one that you had with the father, that one was good.
Oh, they love.
Yeah, and then I like Nene Leakes.
I
like Nene Leakes one.
For Nene.
Yeah, she was good.
They lived for Nene.
Who was your favorite?
I would have to say, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I know this may sound cliche, but each one is special to me for a different reason.
Okay.
But if you strap me down to the chair and I had to choose, which one so far has literally blown my mind, it would have to be Monique. And the reason why I would say Monique is because Monique is a person that I know this may sound cliche. You know how when somebody may meet Moneybag or they meet Rihanna, they say, oh, I love you, I've been watching you. Monique is a person since I was about 17, I was calling myself Miss Parker. I was 18 calling myself Miss Parker. I love that lady.
Really?
I love upfront, bold, confident, outspoken women. When I tell you, outspoken women is probably some of my favorite people on earth. I could deal with an outspoken, I know this may sound so crazy, y'all, but me personally, I could deal with an outspoken, nasty, rude individual any day than a pussy. I can't stand victimized, pussy, weak people. I love a person that says, hey, I don't like that, don't do that, don't play with me. I live because I know how to deal with you.
Right.
You a realist.
Right.
You letting me know up front. Now, it may come and clash certain moments, but for the most part, I can respect it. And that's why I know this may sound crazy too, because let me tell you, I'm a Kamala fan until I can't be a Kamala fan no more. However, I can understand why Trump has the base that he has. I can understand why he has that base in a sense, because he said it, he meant it, and he stands on it. He's not apologizing. He don't give a how it made you feel. People like that I can semi-deal with because you always know how they coming. It's the sneaky people. Those are the ones that you have to watch out for, the lady that killed Selena. Those type of people you have to watch out for. Those type of people that feel a type of way towards you and they'll never say it to you and they'll tell everybody else.
Yeah.
Those people, you have to watch them very close.
Yeah.
But Monique, she gonna tell you, I live for that lady. So when I'm standing in front of her, I'm like, and that's how that day I knew Starstruck was real. And that day I started to understand how people, when they meet me, how they feel.
Yeah.
Because I said, I couldn't imagine I meet Beyonce. I'd probably be shaking to my core. And a lot of people say, oh, that'll never happen to me. Because I was one of the people, I said, please, nobody will have me starstruck. You know how people say that?
Yeah.
Until it happens. Capone, until it happens. And I get it. Now, it may be Paris, real shit. It may be 99 point people out there who you wouldn't gag. Capone person may not be Mariah Carey. Capone don't give a if Mariah Carey walked here, Capone don't give a if she see Big Sexy on the street, but she a gag if she see Fantasia, and you won't understand until it actually happens.
Right.
A person that you may in your mind be like, I really like her a lot. And then she just walking here right now, you was unexpected. Didn't know. You may have been at the cash register ringing somebody up, and Fantasia walk up and say, hey, how you doing? You're a gag.
Yeah.
You're a gag. You may not show it. You probably gonna keep your composure, be cool about that shit, but in your mind, you gonna be like, what the f? And that's how I was. In my head, I'm like, I love this lady. I was actually shaking, recording because I'm like, I love the pocket. Remember when Monique opened up for the BET Awards, Big Girls? Remember when she did the Beyonce song? I was in love with Monique. So I'm like, it was amazing to me.
Did she give you a piece of advice or something that you feel like you should you can share?
She did. She told me, she was like, I posted the video. I posted all the time. I posted probably every other day. She just was saying, do you. And it was so crazy because she confirmed what I already be telling people. First they laugh and then they copy.
Yeah, you did.
You have to be Young Thug. Remember when Young Thug came out with the dress? Everybody, this iconic. First they laugh, then they copy. I was coming in here, I was telling my friend, CJ, because I'm about to be on the radio tomorrow. I said, that's what happens when you're a fat, confident. You can't be swayed by what people do. You not know anywhere I go, people look at me, kids. They, if I leave this earth right now, I'll be iconic. Okay, I've created my legacy for myself. I may pull up to the gas station and there's 5 hoods out there. If they was to leave this earth right now, nobody wouldn't give a fuck. Nobody would talk about them 15 years from now. If I leave now, I'm going to be talked about 10 years from now.
Yeah.
Okay?
For
and so that comes from me being who I am. Iconic.
Right. So let me ask you this. So do you think you'll ever empower other races, ethnicities?
Oh, I'm getting into that too.
Okay.
I'm very good with my market of people who support me. And so my market is who I post, my black women. But I have my white women who love me, my Asians, my Puerto Ricans. Yes, I love them too.
Okay.
But it's just my black women. My black girls been through a lot. And so this movement means a lot to them. And my black girls keep me fed. When I tell you, Capone, that's another story for another day. When I tell you my girls keep me fed. They keep me fed. They keep the lights on. Baby, so I cater to my girls.
Okay. All right. So you kind of reinvented your walk, though, because now you let men, you let masculine presenting women. What brought that about?
Because I'm always innovating things. And so I do understand, now, too, even though I've created that walkway, they want to go there. But I was in the middle of, I said, okay, sexy, change the location. But it's now to a point, when y'all see who I got on the way next, the world is going to gag with her. But it's to the point now, they say, no, I want to go there. So I'm like, it's even, I even thought that Tisha Campbell was going to say, no, you got to come to me. But she said, no, I'm going to go there. So I'm like, oh, shit, they want to go there. They want the scenery.
I be looking for it everywhere. I be like, is this where every time we drive, is this where the walk be at?
Do you not know? I tell you that off camera.
Okay.
Something amazing happened the other day because they said, hey, you bringing a lot of tourists into this area because they keep looking for that area.
They gonna name the street after you.
I said, I wish. I wish that was the phone call. I would have fell out. But they called me and they was like, hey, you have been bringing a lot of people. They coming up to the customer service desk. And they're asking, hey, the people who don't know my name, because, a lot of people may not know your name, but they know your work.
Yeah.
And so they was like, a lot of people like, hey, where does that guy do those videos at? Is that in this area? I said, Are you serious? They was like, yes. I'm talking about every day. People come and ask that.
I be looking. I ain't found it yet. You gonna let me know where it's at. So let me ask you this. So you do women's empowerment, but now you're on Zeus.
Come on, that's a good question. So let's go ahead and clear the air on that.
Please clear the air.
Yes. Okay, so when I first announced that I was going to be working with Zeus, a lot of people had mixed feelings about that, right?
Yeah.
And so I will say this. I get it, right? Because I get that everything is not for everybody. And I understand that 100% because there's certain things that I'm not going for, certain things that I'm not doing. It doesn't matter how much money I'm being paid. I'm saying no. But I will tell you this. What people have to understand is there are different things for different demographics of people that walk this earth, okay? Whether you like it or not, contrary to popular belief, people love drama. They love mess.
They do.
They live for it, especially us colored people. Let's just be real. The same people that's so opinionated. We live for it because if we didn't, it wouldn't be number one. Married to Medicine, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Baddies, Bad Boys, Little Women of Atlanta. Shall I go on and on? Love and Hip Hop of Atlanta. These shows are number one. Why?
Yeah.
Because people are doing what? They're watching it. Because what can we relate to? As crazy as this may sound, we come from places of toxicity.
Yeah.
A lot of us operate in toxicity. We don't know how to talk to our fiancés and our wives and our husbands and our mamas because that is just who we are. It's indoctrinated in us. So when we are able to sit down and live our lives through other people, we enjoy it. That's why the messy shows are number one. And we were so built on positivity, then the positive shows will be number one. Why the positive show is not number one? It's the mess because that's what we consume and we watch. Now, you do have a lot of positive people out there because I love positivity too, and so do you.
Yeah.
But we love positivity after we've gotten the mess out of the way. And so a person like me, I'm going to just be real with you. One is the check. Zeus pays.
Dang,
for that one day of work, they gagged me. And that's why I always appreciate them because I work with a lot of other networks and they pay me crumbs. Zeus paid me my worth. And for that, I will ever be grateful. I will ever be appreciative. And if they call me back for the right opportunity, which I'm in works of different things, I'll tell you about that later, I'm doing it. If it aligns with who I am as a person, because y'all seen on Baddies Africa auditions, I stayed myself. I didn't do anything that was crazy. I didn't do anything that was extra. I was still who I am, and I will forever be thankful for that. But this is the thing you have to understand. A person that is out here on the grind, I have to go where the people are at and where the check is at. I'm just being real. I have people to feed. I have a mother that I'm trying to retire. I have to pay my bills. I have people that need me. When they told me that number, I said, I'm doing it. When I got there, best believe I'm always remain who I am. Yeah. So I could be in any room, any position. I'm going to relate with people, and I'm going to remain who I am at the end of the day. It's just, I needed that check.
All right. So let me ask you this. So did you, when you were there, like, how did you feel? Like, did you feel away because people were, like, fighting around you, arguing around you?
Okay, so that's, Capone, good questions. I'm going to be honest with you. So in the beginning, when I was seeing the altercations, I don't live my life in that place anymore of having altercations and fights around me and things like that. But I do understand that you know what you're signing up for, okay? If I wasn't who I was and I had to go audition for a show that consumes fighting, I would never do that because you have an option in life. So when you show up and you sign your name on that dotted line, you know what you're getting yourself into. You want the clout, you want the money, you want the exposure, and you want to be on the platform. So once I started playing into my head and I said, I'm here, they treated me good. Contrary to what people may think, Zeus treated me so good, so professional, so amazing. They was on to make sure I had food on top of food. They was going to go get me a change of clothes because we was filming for hours and hours and hours. The check cleared, didn't have no problem with the security, didn't have no problem with the producers. They treated me amazing.
That's good.
But I did for a quick second, I'm like, ooh, because a lot of the drama and stuff is just like crazy. But after I got that out the way, I was thankful to be there. I have to make sure I stay young, hot, and fresh. The kids are watching Zeus. Okay? You have to make sure you're always innovating. And so that's how I seen it for myself. Like, let me make sure I get in there too so I can still show up at the high schools and the colleges and they gag when they see me and I can still give them my message because they know who I am. A lot of people know my work, but a lot of people don't. The millennials may not know who I am, but they know who I am now because I was introduced to them through Zeus. So I'll be able to then give them my message beyond that. Does that make sense? So I'm appreciative of the opportunity and I'm in works talking with them about other things things.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. So being and working next to like Natalie Nunn and her image that she has on. Now, I'm gonna say this: I've had the pleasure of meeting her before the Zeus, because she came to a club that I had one time. How do you feel like her real personality is versus who she portrays on Zeus Network?
Yes. I think when it comes to Natalie knows what to do to get the viewership, and she knows what to do to get the ratings.
Yeah.
She's a marketing genius. And so you can't be mad at the game, or really you can't be mad at the player, because at the end of the day, everybody got to eat, everybody got to take care of themselves. And so I think for Natalie, she has just gotten to a point of she knows what the people want to see.
Yeah.
I think for her, she may has an alter ego, because when the cameras are off, she's just a nice Valley regular
really nice
girl from LA.
Yeah.
That's what she gives you.
Yeah.
She's cool, she's sweet, she's polite, but I think she gets into her alter ego when the cameras are rolling. She know how to give you what it's supposed to be gave. And see, this is the thing too. I'm gonna be honest with you, with our people, with black people. You never can make them happy. Okay? And so if you got on there and you wasn't giving personality, you wasn't, and me too, because I'm fickle too. One day I may like Capone, one day I may not.
Yeah.
But I think when it comes to us, if she got on there and did not give what was supposed to be given, we would say it was boring and we would not watch it.
Right.
Because we love mess. And we love to see the fights, and we love to see the antics, and we love to see the drama. So I think she just knows how to give what's supposed to be given.
Okay. Let me ask you this. So are you on Bad Boys?
No.
You not on Bad Boys?
Absolutely not. No, I'm not on Bad Boys. That's something that I just told you, Capone, I wouldn't be open to doing. They would have to.
I thought I saw you on a picture.
No, they
on
just,
the internet.
I think the fans, they just be so obsessed with all these shows and the Zeus personalities that they come up with their own things. Like, I think this person will be good. I think this. They did that to my sister Saucy Santana too. We both said no. Now, I'll tell you this. It would have to be a substantial on top of substantial on top of substantial amount.
Can you negotiate me some in the substantial?
Down.
Okay.
I would never just put it on there and say absolutely not, because you never know in life, right? And they pay good and they treat you good. But where I'm at in my life right now, because I could easily do it. They love me over there. I have to connect. I have the phone calls. I'm around these people. Where I'm at in my life right now, as of today, that's not my brand.
Yeah.
I'm a host. I'm a personality. I'm fun. I'm laughter. I'm a good time. That's what I did with the girls at auditions. My life right now, as of today, that's not my brand to be fighting other people who look like me. I'm not doing that. Okay. For TV time, I'm not hurting for money. I'm just being real with you. So I don't know where my life may take me in the next 6-7 years where I'm saying, hey, Zeus, you got 50? I want to do it. But where I'm at right now in my life, I'm not hurting for a check. I'm going to put my brand out there the best way that I can, and I'm going to make sure I'm representing myself right in every aspect. So I would say no for that. Absolutely not.
Okay. All right. I got you. So, Saucy Santana, y'all developed is that like a new friendship? Or y'all been knowing each other?
That's my girl. When I tell you.
Can you do the bounce? Wait, somebody play it. Teach me how to do it real quick. Teach me how you.
That's my girl.
How you do it?
I don't even know. You gotta see. The thing is, I'm very small, so I don't have a big this.
We gotta make a video.
She's small up here on the top. She not really just. You get into that. Look at y'all. Look into the viewers. She not really up here. Now she's gutty, but she just not too up here. So I don't really have a bounce.
I don't think you need the bounce. I think it's just like your shoulders.
Down. She's so small up top. She's so small up top.
Yeah, so I think I like the friendship.
Everybody say that.
It.
You know what's so crazy? It happened genuinely. We've been to each other, been in the same atmospheres. But I think what it is, it's a mutual love and respect. My sister, she lives for me and I live for her. And I think we live for each other in different reasons, in different ways. And we are like the same person, but different versions. I'm more of chill. I'm more of relaxed. I'm more of dirty sneakers, ripped jeans, ripped shoes, dirty underwear, dirty jackets. That's just me. I'm sorry. I don't have to be in Balenciagas. I don't have to have the VVS. I don't have to have the Birkin, but that is just me. I'm a Walmart kicking bitch Still got it.
Yeah.
Chilling, relax. That's me. He's the material girl. He's a different version of me. BBS, diamonds, rings, everything real. Birkins, real. Chanel's real. Receipts. That is who he is.
Yeah.
But we still have the same mindset.
Right.
And people wouldn't even understand. Let me tell you this. I know people may have perceptions on people that they don't know, but when I tell you that's a real in real life and not a hater in real life. I'm talking about right now. If I say, sister, I want to be on Love and Hip Hop with you. When I tell you he'll make one phone call and I'll be on there tomorrow. He could be doing the festival. I say, oh, sister, I want to come out and do the walk. My to give one phone call and make it happen. Always from the day that I've met him. And I think our personality mixes and aligns because I'm not a hater either.
Yeah.
And people may come up to me and try to compare or say certain things, and I shut that down immediately because he is who he is and I am who I am. And he is Saucy Santana, I'm Big Sexy Official. And so I can't be him and he can't be me.
Right,
and I think that's what works.
Okay, good. Yeah, can you ask to make a stud version of that song? Because we ain't doing no bouncing up top.
Capone, you know you got you something up there, Capone.
You know I ain't got
Capone! You know you got you something up there.
I ain't got nothing up there.
Capone.
I ain't got nothing. Okay, new subject. Okay. So one of your unforgettable moments was when you was on Caught in the Act.
Yes.
And you said, you'll never touch me again to your ex. Did you stand on that?
Oh, I stands on everything. I stands on everything, baby. I'm not weak. I stand
Are you dating now?
No, I'm not dating anybody. I don't want to date. I am so focused on me and my bag. And tomorrow I got to get up 6 o'clock in the morning. 6. Then the day after that, I got to go and look at a venue. And then after that, I have to go and do, I don't have time for hold you back, okay? And so where I'm at in my life, don't tell me what to do. I do what the fuck I want. When I start talking about that, I get passionate because I've seen a lot of people. This is the thing. People don't know how to operate on their own. I'm a that dude, okay? I know how to live alone. Work off. I lay in my bed. I am not a person that needs a person. And I get it. Everybody wants to be loved. It's inevitable. It's a real feeling. I understand that. But anybody that comes into my situation, you'll be adding on to my happiness. No gives it to me. I will never be that person that say I love you more than I love myself. No, only my mama. It's no, I'm not taking a bullet for I'm not taking a bullet for a friend. It's no I ever meet in life that I would say I love you more than me. Please. I would never get a name tatted on me. I would never get it's not happening, just me personally. You'll be adding on to what I already have going on. You'll be adding on to I'm gonna have all of my own That's just me. I think when people hear people talk like that, sometimes they get offended or they feel like it's capped because that is the views and the vision that you have for yourself. And so when you have that mindset, you think that applies to everybody else. Now, do I want to be loved? Yes. Yes. Do I want to be married? Absolutely. But where I'm at in my life right now, my main concern is not a relationship. It's not a man. And I know it'd be so hard for people to hear that because those are your views for your life. You really want a relationship right now. So you think that applies to everybody. Do you know my main goal right now is to do? Retire my mother. It's not a When I tell you come and go, ill. You can't depend on the and the thing is, I like trade. You can't depend on trade for all they want to come and do is use your mother. My goal when I wake up in the morning, I am trying to retire my mother before she turns 65. I don't want her out here working. It's not a man.
Right.
So that's what my goals is right now in my life. When I get up, I'm like, oh, okay, I got to do this. I got to sign this contract. I'm trying to retire mommy. It's not a man. My goal in my life when I get up is, oh, I need a husband. I need a girlfriend. Because a lot of people operate like that, and I get it. That's just who you are. It's not me.
Okay. So what's next after social media?
Oh, Capone, I'm taking it to the next level. And I'm still...
And take me with you.
Oh, Capone, you could... Because one thing about you, let me tell you about Capone. She always support and she always drops a bag. And I appreciate people like that because you value people's time. You always do good business. You always.
Thank you.
But the thing is, Capone, I'm about to really set the internet on fire. I'm about to really get into my setting the internet on fire. I'm not doing the internet yet. However, I do want to take it to the next level as far as I want a brick and mortar.
Oh,
And so I want to work on a restaurant. I want to work on a lounge. But right now I am in my bag of innovating myself and taking it to the next level. I'm in my bag of innovating myself and getting a professional team. I'm in my bag of innovating myself and coming out with a product that's going to sustain me beyond this. So I'm just in a place of my life right now, making sure all of my puzzles are together, my pieces are aligned, and saving my bag.
Okay, so last thing. I always come to your birthday bash, and I know you got one coming up. I know you got one coming. They be lit every year. So what are you looking for? And how did the birthday bash come? How did it come about?
So I did a pink birthday party, and this was 3 years ago. And so when I got done with the pink birthday party, I said, ooh, I spent a lot of money for everybody to just come and have fun for free. I made it an open bar. I had food. I bought the sneaker store out. That's when I first started getting money. I say a year before that, that's when I first started getting money. I'm talking about like not just little dollars, like substantial amounts of money and brand deals and bookings. And I started getting money. So I was like, I bought the sneaker store out, had a pink party. They came out. People remember it was fair. Had me a custom outfit made. When I got done and sat at home and opened up all my gifts, I said, spent a lot of money. I said, you know what? Next year, I want to do something that people can make money, they could come and network, and I can make money. I did the first fashion show. It went epic. It went crazy.
Yeah, I was there.
And so I said, you know what? Let me make this an annual thing. But you're going to gag Capone when I'm off camera because I'm going to surprise them. You're going to gag where it's going to be at this year.
For real?
Yeah.
Last year it was dope. The year before that it was dope.
Thank you.
I ended up meeting,
No, you didn't. I think you told me that though, didn't you?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. We met at your thing years ago. Your
wow,
very first
you
one.
did tell me that.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you told me that. I remember that you told me that, Paris.
Yep.
Wow, that is so crazy. Yeah, so I got to do it. I've been running around like a chicken with my hair cut off, but it's going to happen.
Yeah, you do it every year. So I appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
For everything, for coming on, your time. I wish you so many blessings.
Thank you so much.
I definitely want
I know that just cracks that motherfucker up over there. Thank you so much.
So I do wish you many blessings.
I loved you and Flex and Mooka interview. I watched it.
Thank
you.
And
I was on the fucking floor. Because see, this is the thing with me and that fat. Me and that fat, we clash because we have similar personalities.
Yeah.
She just a little bit more ignorant than me. But we have similar personalities of the fact that we're going to say what the we want. We're going to do what we want. We're going to eat what we want. We love the boys. We hilarious. We a key. That's my girl. But she's a key. When I tell you that lady is so fucking funny.
Yeah.
I told that fat he need to be a stand-up comedian. That's his calling. When you said, are you in an open relationship? No, you said Polly. He said, Polly?
Yeah.
What's Polly? No, ain't no me, Flex. Ain't no Flex, Mooka, and Polly. I don't know who told you that
Right.
That cracked me up, too.
Yes.
Because people don't know that's him in real life, too. He's not just a do it for the camera type of. He's really like that in real life. He gonna give you his opinion in real life just as well as me.
Yeah,
He's like that. So it was so hilarious. That was so, he said, Polly.
I appreciate you.
Come on, I was in a fire relationship. That no, he's funny, dog.
That was the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God. What the streets told you?
Listen.
My girl, she ain't in no poly relationship.
All right.
They don't do poly, baby. Now they may do that.
So look, what was the lie? What was the lie? The two truths and a lie.
What I told y'all.
Oh, my God.
What I had told y'all.
Wait, you was from New York.
I'm from New York. I'm originally from New York, but I grew up in Savannah. What else I said?
You got a train ran on you.
Was I lying? I'm telling the truth on that one. No, I never had no train, baby. I think that's a fantasy of mine, but I never had it done.
Are you sexually active?
I haven't been penetrated in like 4 or 5 years.
What?
Nah, but that's my favorite thing to do. I love it just to be able to taste a boy. But No, I haven't been penetrated in like 4 or 5 years. But like fantasy of mine is to have a train ran on me. But what is so funny about that? It is. You know how you be in that mode, like say you masturbate. You know your mind be so demonic when you masturbate. And as soon as you release, everything go away. You say, oof. Or you can even be having, or let's say for a person that have sex, you know, Capone, like when you in there, every human being know I ain't lying. When you're only in that mode, you could be with your wife, you could be with your husband in that mode, and y'all actually do it. You be like, yeah, I want to have your baby. Yeah, it's just something about it when you in that energy. It be amazing. And as soon as you be done, sometimes you like, all right.
Yeah.
All right, get my food out the microwave. you know what I'm talking about. You be like, okay, what we doing tomorrow? The bills are still due. Your mind go right back regular. Yeah. And so, that's one of my fantasies.
All right, you been in the zone with Capone and Big Sexy. When is the birthday bash this year?
June 7th. I'll keep y'all posted on the location. I just got to confirm. And then we put that out there.
All right, we out. Appreciate you.